ton of questions the other day from Instagram. When I posted a picture about me being done with Whole30. So today is just going to be a short video of Whole30 because I've got to get back to work. I got to finish getting my garden torn out and ready for fall. So I thought I would just do this quick video. So I just had a friend that introduced me to Whole30, and she just told me to look at it online. So if you'll go to Whole30, this is not a sponsored video. This is just stuff that I done with my personal money and what worked for me. Whole30 is not for everybody, and I'll be the first one to tell you it is very hard. It was hard for me because I definitely was a sugar addict. And so she mentioned it to me. So I just did Whole30.com. I think we have a rooster in our little clan down there, but that's beside the point. So I just looked it up. I just thought I would give it a try. And so this was the first book that I got. And it just goes over, it's the 30-day guide to total health and food freedom. It just goes over what Whole30 is, and it tells you what you can and cannot have. And then these were on sale at Target. They were 30% off, so I picked these up. This one was Whole30 Fast and Easy. This one was for the slow cooker. Again, they're not sponsored. This is just what I bought with my personal money. I went through, I tabbed everything. I don't have super favorite recipes, so if you're not wanting to invest in it, I guess go to Whole30.com, print off what you can and can't have, and get on Pinterest. That's my suggestion. So I read the book. I decided I was going to give it a try. I had nothing to lose because when we lived in the city, I worked out with a personal trainer and I lost all my weight. But this time was different because if you watched my video yesterday, I had the cancer scare. And so I wanted to revamp our health, period. I wanted to change totally how we ate. I had food allergy testing done, and I was very, very sensitive to gluten. And I even ground my own grain. So that tells you, you know, how, I guess, hybridized or whatever it is. So my choice was, after we did Whole30, would be to kind of go paleo and learn to use different flours. I do know that I could eat spelt and it doesn't bother my stomach. I'm gonna try einkorn and see how that does on my stomach. I am learning to cook with almond flour, coconut flour, and now that we're rid of sugar, I wanted to learn how to cook with maple syrup, honey, coconut sugar, date sugar, etc. So I'm trying to give our diet a complete overhaul. And yes, I do know if you're trying to lose weight, you don't eat bread every day. For me, that was a big thing, especially when I was baking bread, or I really wasn't a cake sweet person type thing. Anyway, so as I'm going through Whole30, the first week was terrible. By the third or fourth day, I was in the bed. I was throwing up. I didn't have any energy whatsoever. It was just mainly the detox, getting all the crap out of my body. So after the first week, I was great. The second week, my energy started picking up. And then from then on out, I had to find something to do with my energy. Even working here on the farm, wasn't cutting it. I could not sleep at night because my brain wouldn't shut off, and I felt like I just needed to be doing something. So I joined the gym for 1 month. I did it, and it was crazy because it was almost a 40-minute drive for me one way. I did it to get energy out and to get moving again. So I don't do the gym membership now because I just can't afford the drive every day. 40 minutes one way, 40 minutes back home. So I'm finding ways here on the farm to work out. I get up in the morning, I'll either walk my driveway, walk around the perimeter, and then I do separate things. Like I have stairs that go upstairs, so I up and down stairs, sideways. I have weights, I have DVDs that I work out to, or I just do exercises out in the yard. So that was to get me going, because I had been so long without working out that everybody knows, for me anyway, I'm not saying everybody, for me, the bigger I got, the less I wanted to move, and I gave out of breath really fast. I couldn't work out here 15 to 20 minutes. I can work out here all day now. So in a nutshell, no beans, no grains, no dairy, no sugar for 30 days. The one suggestion is really read this book. It's called The 30-Day Guide to Total Health and Food Freedom, because when you're eating your meals, you need that plate template and you need to follow it to the T. And for me, I didn't eat enough calories to sustain me. What I did was I would get up and I would drink my coffee in the morning, have another cup of coffee, and I wouldn't eat until supper. If I did eat, it was the wrong choices. I would grab a cookie out of the cookie jar. I would go and grab just a yogurt to eat through the day. I wouldn't eat something that would keep me full. So make sure to pay attention to the plate, the template on the plate, to learn portion and your fats to keep you full, or you're going to go crazy. I will tell you that. There's going to be some days that you feel like you cannot get that food down because it's so much food when you're not used to eating. But I did it. I did it. I'm glad I done it. This was an extra large shirt. I'm down to a large. I went from a 22, 24 size pants down to a 16, 18 right now. Depends on how they're made. I dropped 37 pounds just within the month. Not everybody is going to drop that much. Not everybody is going to drop those sizes. My inches are totally different, but I'm on this journey. It's not a diet. It's a lifestyle journey, because I'm still not even at my goal weight that I would love to be at. But my thought is, I'm really not even worried about the number now. I'm more worried about health, to move, to eat the right things, to put the right things into my body to fuel it, and not, it's a totally different aspect on looking at your food. The food allergy testing that I done really explains a lot of why my gut was the way it was when I ate certain things. Corn, gluten, cantaloupe. I was like deathly allergic reaction. I needed an EpiPen type situation for juniper berries. Peanuts was another one. So it really opened my eyes, and now that I'm not intaking that food, like my bloating is gone, and it dissipated the second week after doing the whole 30. I drink more water now. I don't drink any, I don't know what you guys call it, Coke, soda, pop, whatever you want to call it. I don't drink any of that. I don't drink any creamer in my coffee. What I do use is called nut pods. So I don't intake any sugar whatsoever in my meats, in anything anymore. When I was finished with Whole 30, I did try one sip of my husband's coffee creamer because he still uses the gross kind from the store now. I couldn't eat it. And even now to this day, it's very hard for me to get through just a Granny Smith apple because it's so sweet. And I try to dip it in almond butter, but it's very sweet to me, and it's amazing just how within those 30 days your taste buds can change. And how, for instance, I had like this Polish uncured, unsugared sausage, and I just chopped Napa cabbage up, fennel, and onions, sauteed it all together, and chopped some of that sausage up. Just a simple recipe can be so delicious. So it's just really weird how your body works, but I just wanted to encourage you. If you have any more questions, you can shoot me emails. I'll be glad to talk to you and tell you what worked for me, but it may not work for you. You just have to find what works for you. And this is what worked for me. This is what got me to thinking of food. Because even us being here, and I grew most of our food this past year of what I could, and we just ate it fresh. I really needed it in my life at that time with a cancer scare and relearning how to cook with simple ingredients. Doesn't have to be sugar. It's amazing, you guys, if you will read the ingredients of everything in the grocery store that you buy, of how much sugar is in it. Why do they have to put sugar in bacon? Why do they have to put sugar in sausage? I mean, it really opened my eyes, and now I read every label when I have to go to the grocery store and buy something. I also found out that reading articles like what you put on your skin, what you put on your face, makeup, I didn't realize how much gluten and crap was in stuff. So this was just a real eye-opener to me, and I want to thank my friend Mandy that introduced me to it, because she's like, why don't you try it? And thank you, girl, because it opened my eyes. And it started me on my weight loss journey again to get healthy. Because like I said, I was giving out on the farm. The farm was running me. I wasn't running the farm. So my goals were limited. And now I have energy out the yin yang. I don't need my 2-cup of coffee like I used to. So I'm able to hang and get chores done and get things that I want to do. But better yet, my mindset has shifted and changed of getting my life back, getting healthier. It's not all about the numbers. It's about my health scare, my health journey, because I want my life back. And to me, Whole30 started that journey. And now that I'm done with Whole30, I'm kind of transitioning over to like food reintroduction is what I'm doing right now, to see what foods bother my stomach, what foods don't. And then paleo is where I'm leaning toward. So that's just how it's worked for me. Like I say, I'm not a doctor. I'm not prescribing Whole30. I'm not saying it's going to work for you. You just have to find what works for you. Whether it's, you know, Shakeology, Beachbody, an exercise regimen, a personal trainer, tapes, DVD. Just learn about your food in general. Start there. Know where your food comes from. Know what's in your food is the big primary thing. Know portions. Don't psych yourself out to think, oh my gosh, I've got to lose 120 pounds. I need this. I gotta lose it by this kind of date. For me, that's what I done to begin with. And now I've gotten away from that. Like, I set myself up for small goals. I wanted to just lose 5 pounds. The next week, I just wanted to lose 2 pounds. And then by the 3rd week, I could have cared less. You're not supposed to step on the scale. First day and then your 31st day. After the 3rd week, I didn't even want to step on the scale. It wasn't about the numbers anymore. It was just my health in general. Because the way I was feeling. I had more energy. I was gaining more self-confidence. You know, so to me, it is a journey of, because I used to be over 300 pounds. I know what it's like. I had to step on the scale every day, and that dictated if I ate or if I didn't. I know what I could have ate and what I couldn't. Now I'm really in tune with what I should be eating or what I shouldn't, because does it fuel my body for the purpose that I'm wanting, or does it not? Like, my whole mindset has shifted. So for me, when I was overweight, because I was 312 pounds is what I was. I was a size 28 in pants. 28. That was my heaviest. This morning, I was 196. That's still heavy for me. But I did it. Small steps. Small goals. Don't chip off this big thing. Set small goals for yourself. It may take 3 years. It may take 7 years. But you can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. And I'll tell you what. Just go day by day. Don't beat yourself up. If you mess up, correct it. Don't say, okay, well, I'll start it over tomorrow. No. Correct it then. Just keep going. Okay, so you messed up. Just do better. Do better. Do better. That's all you can do. And it has to be here. Because for so long, I told myself that I couldn't. Or I even went to the whole point of not even caring any longer. I could care less if I was fat. I felt like I was getting nowhere. I even was to the point of telling my husband that he could leave me and go find somebody else that was skinnier, that had the, you know, he could go be with somebody else, because that was my low point that I hit, because I didn't feel pretty enough, that I didn't feel skinny enough. Because in this world today, we all know it's everywhere around us. And in my mind, I wasn't good enough for my own husband that I had married when I was 16 and he was 21. I just told him he could go. He could go find whoever he wanted to, that had the body, that had, you know, and that's something I had to work through. There's deer down there at the creek. I just heard them. But I did it. I don't want him to go somewhere else. That's my best friend. That's who I love. So it had to be in my mindset, and it was a journey I had to work through. So I just want to tell you today, you're beautiful. You can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. And if you have any questions at all, go to Instagram, Serenity Mountain Farm, and inbox me. Email me, serenitymountainfarm@gmail.com. I will do my best to help you or try to answer any questions. But I'm your biggest cheerleader. I just want you to know that. So I'm sorry I've rambled on. Get your Whole30 book. Go on their website. But again, I'm not a doctor. I'm not telling you that this will work for you. This was just my last resort. This was my breaking point. So something had to give. So I hope you guys have a good day. It is still morning and it's still cool here. I have got a lot to get done back there. And I will see you guys tomorrow. And have a great day.